So you are not just children. Don't say that you can't contribute something. You can think, make proposals to your supervisors. They will make us go up, and it will allow us to improve a lot of things. Do we understand each other? So don't worry. We are doing everything so that you can be very good citizens and that you can live with dignity the resources of your country and that you have a promising future.
Hey guys, as you're watching this video, our vision is to reach 500,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, join membership to support our channel, join Patreon and PayPal. All the links are in the description. Do that to stand with us for this beautiful cause of One Africa right now. We do not forget to sign up for the petition. The link is down below. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Excellence le capitaine Ibrahim Traore, Président du Faso, chef de l'État.
We, the children of Burkina Faso, are here today, on the occasion of World Children's Day, to share with you the point of our meeting at the hemicycle. This year, we have had an incredible experience. We sat in the Legislative Assembly of Transitions as deputies, under the presidency of the President of the ALT. During this session, we asked important questions to the ministers about the promises you made to us during our meeting last year. With the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and National Solidarity, we talked about the measures that have been taken since last year to protect children more against child marriages, concrete actions that have been carried out this year to keep children away from orphanages and allow them to continue their education. With the Minister of Health, we asked questions about your commitment to strengthen free care for women and children. We asked about the progress made this year, so that this commitment becomes a reality for all families. We also asked where the construction of the hospital was, mother-child, so that children and their mothers can be better cared for. With the Minister of Basic Education, Literacy and Promotion of National Languages, represented by his counterpart, the Minister of Secondary Education and Professional and Technical Training. We discussed about your promise to make schools free for all in Burkina Faso. We asked where this promise is and when all children will be able to go to school without danger, and actions that have been taken this year so that schools are better adapted to the needs of disabled children and that they can learn in good conditions. We were very happy to hear the answers of the ministers. We were very happy to know that marriage has been resumed at the age of 18 and that several activities are being carried out to prevent children from working in orphanages. And there is even a green number to denounce those who make children work. We have also learned that the government puts 30 billion francs each year so that children under the age of 5 and pregnant women can be treated for free. Also, the discussions that started for the construction of the hospital, mother-child, and the land are already acquired, and in 2025 the work will begin. Finally, so that children can go to school for free. Each year, we build a lot of schools, and we have offered several living children with a disability material adapted for their education. They told us that actions are already underway and that others will soon be put in place. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, take our concerns to heart and work to improve our lives. We also had a special moment with the President of the ANT, where we presented a film that we made for FESPACO 2025. This project allowed us to share our stories, our dreams, and what we want for our country. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, even if we see progress, we still have 3 major requests to make. 1. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, we have heard that even if the law brought back marriage at 18, there is an exception at 16. Could you tell them to fix it at 18 without exception, if possible? This will protect all girls against early marriages and will allow them to stay at school and live their childhood. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, we are happy that you installed May 15 to allow us to know our tradition. But we are afraid that our grandparents think they can excuse the girls and marry the children. We want to ask you, if possible, to take the floor officially to explain to them the meaning of May 15th, a day of customs and traditions and in all languages. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, our parents explained to us that the law provides that children who have committed minor offenses do not go to prison, but do light work, such as weeding, cleaning the schoolyard. Can you ask the judge to apply this decision? This will prevent children from going to prison and being in contact with bad things. Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, We know that you are listening to us and that you are ready to act to protect us. These changes are very important to us and will allow us to have a better future. Thank you, Excellency, Mr. President of the Faso, for always thinking of us, for protecting us, for supporting us, and for building with us a Faso Burkina where every child can be safe, go to school and succeed in life. We thank you.
Peut être en sécurité, aller à l'école et réussir dans la vie. Nous vous remercions.
Bonjour à tous.
Hello everyone, welcome. You are honorable deputies today. I suppose that in reality everything went very well. Yes. Did the ministers respond well? Were they convincing? Yes. Okay, thank God. In any case, there are a lot of things that we have done in favor of children. And everything we do is in favor of children. You are the future of this nation. You are the future of the country. So everything we do is for the children. This must already be understood. Any initiative we take is for your well-being. It is so that you can live in good health, go to school, flourish and do everything that you can do for the country. A lot of things have been initiated. A lot of things remain to be done. It all depends on the rhythm at which we are going. And as you can see, there are a lot of children who were also displaced, but who are starting to resume classes little by little in several localities. This is due to the abnegation of the security forces and the VDPs who are on the ground, who give themselves body and soul, who sacrifice themselves day and night so that you, the children, can live in peace and go to school. Just today, I was learning in one of the regions. There are at least more than 10,000 children who have resumed classes. So the classes have been officially opened, and I think it goes in line with your aspirations, which are that all children can go to school. Educational infrastructures are in full improvement, and I think there are a lot of children among you who come from certain regions, who have seen during the rainy season a lot of schools that were closed, and which have a negative impact on your classes. So we have developed a new school model, and we are trying to find ways to implement it a little everywhere in Burkina Faso so that the storms and other natural disasters cannot impact your studies. During the year, there have been a few floods, and in Bobodulasso, there is a school where the waters almost trapped the children. Thank God, the firefighters were able to intervene quickly. So all this prompted us to think of a school model that will allow children to study safely and to study well. In terms of health, as we told you, it is real. We are now launching the hospital Mère-Enfant. Just this week, I had a small meeting with someone from the National Office of Great Projects to talk about this, and I hope that we will be able to launch it. The ambition is that you go to school for free and that we can treat you for free. This is our goal, and we are working to make it happen. This is also our dream, and this is why we are fighting. In the mines, we have opted for a technology that has been developed in Burkina Faso.
Quelqu'un du Bureau national des grands projets pour parler de ça.
And so, as you can see, recently in the region of the southwest, and before that in the Zorgo Dam area, we were able to set up these machines that allow the extraction of gold in an ecological way, without using chemical products that can be very dangerous for children and adults, but also that prevent children from coming to the mine and doing some very painful work. So we are developing all these initiatives so that children do not end up on the mining site, breaking stones that are quite painful or inhaling dangerous chemical substances. So we are working on this so that as soon as possible, in a very short time, we no longer hear about children on the mining site. And so, concerning some areas that you have just mentioned in your documents, we have noted we are going to see. It is the Code of Persons and Families. The paragraph that deals with this situation of authorization at 16 years old. It is not the authorization of parents only. There is the person concerned. So we will see if there is a place to readjust, to adapt to what you want. But we wish that at 18 years old, in any case, there is this freedom to choose, to go to an union or not. At 18 years old, there is no longer a child. And that is why we have set the age at 18 years old. But we are going to think about this paragraph of the Code of Persons and Families and see what can be done. The other documents are also current documents. And as you said, we are going to see with the sectoral, the ministerial departments, what can be done. And I suppose that next year, if God wills it, you will be able to ask them questions about the start of execution of what you want. And traditions, customs, it is not only what you have said. We have noticed that many people can confuse things. But understand that we continue to educate, to sensitize, to explain to people why this day. I think we went to the museum to see some cultural values that are specific to us. It was also a message to all the actors, so that they understand that what we are looking for are some very important values in our cultures that we have left behind, but that could be useful for us. This is what must be expressed. I take an example. You see, there are in some villages people who had knowledge of forging, who were able to take the earth and extract the iron. But today, are there children who are initiated to this? Are there young people who know how to do it? I don't think so, but still, we buy the iron from outside. Do you understand? But still, in our cultures, there was this. But we lost it. In our cultures, when I went to the museum, I saw that there were types of constructions that should allow us today, in the context of war, to easily face the enemy. But we lost a lot of things. In short, there are so many positive things in our culture. This is what we want to be able to do, but it's all a matter of communication. We will continue to communicate and raise awareness about the drifts that can come from the misunderstanding of the 15 meters, and that it doesn't go in the direction of the decision, or anything else that can be harmful to anyone. We can assure you that we are working with all our conscience, so that you will be very good citizens of tomorrow. This country belongs to you. It's up to you to take it. We will instill a certain number of values and pass these values on to your children. Tomorrow, you will have children who will be in our place. And you will also give everything so that your children are in better condition than you. When I listen to you today, you are better than us. We want your children to be better than you. So we have to instill a certain number of values. Today, at school, we have introduced a certain number of subjects. Civil education, which I taught at the Ministry of Education, is to train you in patriotism, so that you can take your country, and it requires a certain number of values that you have to understand and implement every day. There is agriculture, if we can call it that, which will be initiated. The small gardens that you will take back to school to start, doing in a practical way. Certain things that you imagine. And I know that there are a lot of people who like these activities, who do them perhaps by constraint. But if you are initiated, it will allow others to start later when they are grown up, and to choose their career elsewhere. So even the professions, a certain number of small professions, will be introduced at School 7, so that those who have a passion for mechanics, electricity, etc., can, from a certain age, start to touch the finger in a practical way, and be able to specialize at a given moment, to be very efficient in the field they have chosen. This is a certain number of innovations that we are introducing at school. But we are still listening. Maybe you can think about something and make contributions. So you are not just children. Don't say that you can't contribute something. You can think, make proposals to your supervisors. They will make us go up, and it will allow us to improve a lot of things. Do we understand each other? So don't worry. We are doing everything so that you can be very good citizens, and that you can live with dignity the resources of your country, and that you have a promising future. This is our whole fight, and we will continue to fight for it. Thank you very much for coming to say hello. I am very happy to welcome you. I am always very happy to be among the children. If I could spend all my days with you, I would do it. But you have to go to work. I also have to go to work. But I hope we will meet again very soon. We will always be proud to welcome you and to be able to exchange with you. Thank you very much to everyone. Good luck, and above all, have a good school year, and may each of you have results that you expect at the end of the year. Thank you very much to everyone. Ibrahim Traore, President of Faso, Head of State.
Merci beaucoup d'être passé pour me dire bonjour. Moi, je suis très content de vous recevoir. Je suis toujours très content d'être parmi les enfants. Si je pouvais passer toutes mes journées avec vous, j'allais le faire. Mais vous devez aller bosser. Moi aussi, je dois aller bosser. Mais j'espère qu'on se retrouvera très bientôt. Mais on sera toujours fiers de vous recevoir, d'échanger avec vous. Merci beaucoup à tous. Bon courage et bonne année scolaire surtout. Et que chacun ait des résultats qu'il escompte en fin d'année. Merci beaucoup à tous. Merci. Allez, à tout moment.
Nous sommes une délégation des enfants du Burkina Faso.
We have come as part of World Children's Day to share with him the point of our meeting, which is a full session at the Legislative Assembly of the Transition. For the edition of World Children's Day, more than 200 children from Burkina Faso have been housed in the home. During this stay, we have played the role of deputies to challenge the government on the implementation of the commitments made by President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, with the children during the past edition, on November 20th, 2023, with the various members of the government. We have exchanged questions at the Legislative Assembly, such as the construction of the Children's Hospital, or the question of the free school for all in Burkina Faso, the adaptation of the infrastructure to the needs of disabled children. We were very happy to hear the answers of the ministers. We were very happy to know, for example, that the wedding was postponed to 18 years. During the hearing, His Excellency, President of Faso, reassured that actions are already being taken and that others will soon be put in place. This shows us that His Excellency, President of Faso, takes our concerns to heart and works to improve our living conditions. During the hearing, we also exposed to His Excellency other grievances related to children's rights. We have exposed to President of Faso our concerns about the risks of resurgence of certain practices such as abortion and early marriage. We, children of Burkina Faso, reiterate our thanks to His Excellency, President of Faso, and to his entire government for everything they do for us and to improve our living and study conditions. We pray to God that He accompanies the authorities in the fight against terrorism, so that peace may return to our country, Burkina Faso. Faso City, another facet of information at Burkina Faso.
Comme l'excision et le mariage précoce. Nous, enfants du Burkina Faso, nous réitérons nos remerciements à son Excellence Monsieur le Président du Faso et à tout son gouvernement pour tout ce qu'ils font pour nous et pour améliorer nos conditions de vie et d'études. Nous prions Dieu qu'il accompagne les autorités dans la lutte contre le terrorisme pour que la paix revienne dans notre pays, le Burkina Faso.